In this video, we're going to create the N8N container inside Docker and connect it to the PostgreSQL database we built earlier. This is where our automation engine comes to life and starts working with real data. Now let's look at the Docker file we'll use for N8N. It starts with a single line, from N8Neo, N8N, 1.100. This tells Docker to use the official N8N image, version 1.100.0, as the base for our container. This image already includes everything N8N needs to run: Node.js, the N8N application code, and all of its dependencies. By using a specific version, we guarantee consistency and avoid unexpected updates that could break our environment. This simple Docker file gives us full control later if we want to add custom nodes, plugins, or extend N8N in any way. Here in the Docker Compose file, we define a service called N8N Custom. The build section tells Docker to create the image using the Docker file in this folder. We also set a fixed container name, so it's easier to manage later. The restart policy is set to unless stopped, meaning the container will automatically come back online if it ever crashes. And finally, we expose port 5678, making N8N accessible from our local machine through that port. Now we run the command docker compose upd, using our Docker Compose file. This tells Docker to start all the services we defined, and the D flag runs everything in the background. Once this finishes, our N8N container will be created and started automatically. Here in Docker Desktop, we can already see the N8N container running. If we open the Containers tab, the service appears with the name we set in the Compose file. In the Images section, we can also confirm that Docker successfully built our custom N8N image. Now, to access N8N, we just click the exposed port, 5678, or open it directly in the browser. This brings us to the N8N login page, confirming that the container is running correctly and the application is live. On the login page, the first thing we need to do is create an account for N8N. This will be the admin user that controls the whole workspace. We simply enter our email, choose a password, and confirm the setup. Once the account is created, N8N automatically logs us in and takes us to the main dashboard. Here we can start building workflows, managing credentials, and connecting all the services we want to automate. So at this point, everything is ready. Our container is running, N8N is installed, and we're inside the web interface ready to create our first automation. Now let's open DBeaver and take a look at the PostgreSQL database we created in the previous video. In our Docker Compose file, you can see the Postgres service. It uses the official Postgres 15 image, exposes port 5432, and stores all the data in a persistent volume. This means our database is ready and running inside its own container. But at this moment, N8N is not connected to this Postgres database yet. By default, N8N uses an internal SQLite database that lives inside the container. So even though the Postgres container is running, N8N is still relying on its built-in storage. In the next video, we'll learn how to properly connect the N8N container to the Postgres container, and how to make N8N use PostgreSQL as its main application database. This will give us better performance, stability, and portability. So stay tuned, you're just one step away from building a professional, production-ready automation environment.